Hey, 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 ho, 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 it's holiday beer time, here we go! And welcome back once again to the Salt of the Street studio for tonight's Holiday Beer Time review. So, I cracked open the box, I pulled out the lovely beer for tonight. It's a lovely German Weissbier from that brewer right there. So, a little bit about the Weiss beers before we get started. I went ahead and pulled up a little article I found on vinepair.com, and it talks about Weiss beer because unfortunately, craftbeer.com kind of let me down tonight, and it was just talking about the general German Hefeweizens. And this is a little bit, I mean, they're basically the same thing. Really, the only difference is what type of yeast you might use. But, so let's just start here from vinepair.com. A Weiss beer, aka a bunch of other ways to say Weiss beer or Weissbier or whatever it is a larger category of German beers related to American wheat beers and Belgian wit beers. So think of like Blue Moon or Shock Top or something like that. You know, any standard kind of Hefeweizen you might get into, wheat beer compared to a standard beer like we talked about yesterday, which is made with two-row barley. A little bit different. Adds a much more kind of a biscuity taste, if you will, in the mouth. It's a lot fuller. You know, it's a heavier beer, but when they're really cold, they can go down really easy and they're very comforting, especially during the holiday time. So if you're into wheat beers at all, now's the time to be getting into them. So let's keep going here. If you've been to a German beer hall recently, I can't. Chances are you've encountered a Weissbier. All Weiss beers, are top fermented ale style. That is, which is once again, it's fermented. I used brewed last night, but it's fermented at a higher temperature than it is a lager, which is done at a very cold thing, and they're brewed with a special strain of yeast, and it tends to have a lot of particular flavor in the yeast. A lot of beer flavors, a lot of the little subtle notes you might get. You know, you hear people in like wine tasting and stuff like that. Oh, I got hints of cherry and tobacco, and none of that stuff's actually in there. But what you're getting are these kind of flavor profiles that come off the yeast generally as it ferments and goes through the fermenting process. And it adds a lot of cool depths of flavor and different layers, you know, for, you know, all sorts of different stuff. So anyways, that's your basic wheat beer. And so what we've got here is just kind of like your general run-of-the-mill Hoamat. Hoamat, I like the name, Hoamat. Once again, let's take a look at the ingredients, most of which are in German. There's our, ooh, this is a high-tier beer right here. Yesterday's beer, the first ingredient was water. Today's is mountain spring water. Hot dog. From the Teisenberg. So probably some dope-ass mountains. And then, of course, we got wheat malt on top of the barley malt that we're so used to. We've got the Helles aroma hops, and then we have top fermented yeast. And yeah, that's about it. So here we go. 5.6% alcohol today. I'm really excited about this. I've been seriously in like a wheat beer mood lately. I'm not usually into wheat beers, but for like the last, I don't know, 2 weeks, they've just been really good. So here we go. Today we're changing up the glass. We got to keep it clear. I was going to use one of my other mug club for one of the local breweries. I used to be a member, and I have this really cool, like, looks like a stump beer mug, but you can't see inside of it. So we're not going to play that game. So anyways, here we go. We're going to do a better pour than we did last night. Hopefully, no promises. I figured I got 24 days to get better at the pour. And once again, you will also note that I'm holding the beer sideways. And there's a wide mouth on that thing for a reason, and it's not so that you could drink it faster. I mean, I like drinking beer out of the can as much as the next guy, but I mean, let's be real. Do this beer some justice. This is a German beer imported by Costco. Treat it with respect. And now, here we go. Take a look at that. We got some bubbles clinging on the side there, but this is going to be a nice yellow color, like most wheat beers are. There's not a whole lot of darkness to them. Every now and again, you get a dark wheat beer, but those are kind of a different category of things. But what it is going to be is hazy compared to a lager. Let's see if I can find a spot that. There we go. that's relatively clear of the bubbles going on in there. But yeah, it's a nice little hazy thing. Oh, and yeah, right off the bat, it smells like a bread basket. Oh, a slightly, soggy, stinky bread basket that's been left in the cellar for a couple weeks, but oh, that's all good stuff. All right, so here we go. Cheers. Oh, yeah, right off the bat, it's really smooth, really easy drinking. There's no tanginess, which sometimes you get in the wheat beer. This is very, very mild. Very drinkable, in other words. You can throw back, I don't know, how many of these giant glasses do you need? Mm. Oh yeah, but no, that's fantastic. It's got like a real nice sweetness to it, which is pretty common in a lot of wheat beers too. But none of that tanginess that usually comes with that wheat malt. It's just really, it's nice to have that kind of waft of bread as you drink it in. Mm. Oh yeah, no, that's the good stuff right there. And once again, we have a imported German beer from a German place that I'm not going to even try to pronounce, but definitely from Germany. There's more German on this can than there is English. So, anyways, here we go. Let's keep drinking this and see what it. Mm. Yeah, on the back end, there's something else going on there, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's the carbonation dies down really quick too, which is kind of nice. I don't like an overcarbonated beer, but yeah, there's like a nice warm feeling in the back of the throat. It plays really nice, especially in the colder months like this. Mm. Who knew? Cold outside, cold beer can make you feel warm. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. It's been real, guys. It's been fun. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow for day 3.
Welcome to the salt of the streets. Come